Yes, sir. Friday morning. Hopefully, everybody's doing good out there as the week comes to a close and we got the weekend just a few hours away. You guys at work, maybe grinding out the last few hours of your work day. Yeah, we're almost there to the weekend, and hopefully, it's going to be a money making weekend for us. And we've got a lot going on today's show. We'll, of course, make sure we recap yesterday to kick things off. And then we'll roll into soccer and NHL and NBA and NFL and all sorts of things we got to go ahead and get our bets in on this weekend. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get on in that recap where we get to finally ring that cash register at plus 2.86 units. God, that sounded good, fellas. I feel like we should maybe ring it a second time, but I don't know if we've quite earned that right. But damn, that felt good to go ahead and hear that ring. All started off with Fulham and Chelsea. Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals at a good plus money winner to kick off the Premier League action. And Chelsea dropping more points. A little tough for them because up until that red card, obviously, it was 1-1 at that point. I thought actually Chelsea was maybe going to be the team that, walked away with all 3 points and got the 2-1 victory. But it was Fulham. Fulham got the job done. They were up a man. No big surprise that kind of the game goes that way at that point. So João Felix picks up a red card. He looked impressive up until that red card, quite frankly. His passing, his movement, his turning with the ball and dribbling. It's going to be a big miss for Chelsea. You could see the qualities that he brought instantly to that team. So he'll be out for the next 3 games. But I don't really give a shit. We got a cash. So go ahead and take it. Anytime Chelsea drops points, sorry, Thad in Israel, but I'll go ahead and sign up for that one. So, hey, we kept it rolling there in the NHL. How about Burns over 2.5 shots on goal? And how about Backlund over 2.5 shots on goal? I want to say both of those guys cashed on the hook, if I recall correctly. Both of them got us there and got us there just on the hook. We missed SGA under 28.5 points, and if you want to be the latest person to throw some hate in the comments, you are not even going to be the first, the second, the third. I called all kinds of shit on that bet, which, DraftKings and FanDuel both closed at 27.5. So there were enough people like myself that saw the stats, liked the under enough, and bet the under so much that it dropped the whole point before tip-off on the sports book. So just didn't quite go our way. Boy, they were fouling him a ton, dropped 13 points in the first quarter, just didn't quite go your way. But we did come back. How about now a bet that's won 16 times in a row and 21 of the last 22? Don't go telling all your buddies about that one, because we don't want that line to get away from us and go to 3.5. That's our man, Nick Claxton. It's our first time ride him, guys. I have no idea when the Nets are playing, but again, 16 in a row and 21 of 22. That is a bona fide parlay piece. Blind bet it till the cows come home. I'm sure the Nets play Saturday or Sunday. Don't wait for me. Do the same thing we did last night. Just take over 2.5 blocks and steals and parlay it with your favorite money line. In this case, last night, I thought it was the Lightning in the NHL. Touch of a sweat there at the end. It was 5-2. It was 5-3. It was 5-4. And okay, thankfully they held them off and got that 5-4 victory. So when it's all said and done, that's how it goes. And we win 2.86 units. Good stuff right there. You can see on the bottom of the tweet, it looks like we lost arbitrage money. Not really. Again, we spend it on places where we get free bets. So we lost $15, but we picked up a free $10 bet on DraftKings through their NHL promo. And then the TNT promo on FanDuel, we picked up a $5 free bet. So we really didn't lose anything. We just converted it from cash to free bets. And of course, we'll look to go ahead and use those this weekend over the course of time. Let's jump in that comment section, see how you guys are doing on this Friday morning. And then again, let's get to the plethora of bets. My man, number 2 on the Pigskin Pick'em contest? Hell yeah. Nice. God, I was top 3 for much of that season. I hate myself for missing so many weeks, but my man, getting it done. I think like we did in the Premier League contest, if you're following me on the NBC Sports Predictor app, how we do give away money every single week, but now we also are giving away season-long money to the 3 people who are on the podium. I think it's only fair that we do that next year in the Pigskin Pick'em contest. So maybe you didn't get rewarded this year for a season-long effort, but next year, come on back. You'll pick up $25 along the way, and then you can get rewarded for your season-long effort. So nice, man. Love Tyler. Love it, man. Love it. Actually, you know why I was late? And I said you wouldn't be the first person to throw some hate on me on the SGA bet. I jumped on SoBet and uploaded a pic on there and read a comment from some guy who, doesn't want to thank you for the plus money winner for Fulham and Chelsea, just wants to bash you for the SGA bet. So I got a little heated, went back at him a little bit. So that's actually why I was a little bit late. Just just being an ass is that guy. I mean, like I said, don't even want to mention the plus money winner that he got. So, whatever. Oh yeah, I was here on. That's still 9:30. Okay, thank you, Tyler. Thank you, man. Thank you. Morning, DJ. Morning, Marquise. How's it going, man? We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. It's Friday. Kids get a long weekend. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right, let's go ahead now. We've done the recap. Let's go ahead and throw up the soccer bets. Obviously, those are in action first. We've given those out yesterday. We're gonna go ahead and add one thing to it, which is the thing up on the top of that line, a double chance parlay with an over 1 point, or not an over 1.5. Whoa, that's a misprint. That's a misprint. It is not over 1.5. Look at the screenshot. We just need one goal in Vigo versus Villarreal. We do not need 2 goals in Vigo and Villarreal. That is a misprint there. I guess I do over 1.5 so much. It's just muscle memory. We just need 1 goal in Vigo and Villarreal. We need Napoli on the double chance, taking on Juventus today at home in Serie A. And then Aston Villa is also at home in the Premier League, taking on Leeds. We need them on the double chance. And, of course, double chances win or draw. So, yeah, just need 1 goal. Just need 1 goal in Vigo Villarreal. Otherwise, that screenshot's right. We're going to roll in that same game. Both teams are scoring over 2.5 at plus 120. Brighton on that double chance. Forest and Leicester, both teams are scoring over 2.5. Arsenal and Tottenham in the North London derby, they're going to have over 2.5 goals. Brentford, team total over 1.5 goals. And Newcastle is going to get the job done against Fulham. It's at St. James Park, and they're going to have 2 goals scored in that game. That is not a team total, although it's basically the same thing. Whether you add in the team total over 1.5 or just over 1.5 goals, you literally get the exact same price. So it doesn't matter how you build that parlay. It'll come out to be minus 131. Or at least those were the prices whenever I gave them out on the Between the Post episode on Wednesday. Wednesday was when I did that. DraftKings has a boost for the EPL games. Man, you are reading my mind. We do have one bet to add this weekend. We're going to cook up a parlay. It will not be used with arbitrage money. We're going to put a real unit at risk, and my man's right. We're going to go ahead and use that parlay. How many legs will it be? I don't know. We're not going to force it because it's not going to be an arbitrage bet. It's going to be one where we put real cash on it or a real unit in play. So it'll be enough for the minimum, enough 3 leg at least to go ahead and use that profit boost. But I hear you, man. Got any ideas? I mean, you generally see what I got here on the screenshot. I guess I can talk on the games that aren't on the screenshot just to, kind of give you an idea. City United, I won't touch it. And that game's at 6:30 in the morning. That'll be a little bit fair on for people to tail that bet, to be quite honest. I like goals in Brighton, Liverpool. So maybe you could do it over 2.5. And Brighton, Liverpool, I see goals in that one. Everton, Southampton, a little undecided on that one. Wolves, West Ham, certainly an unders game. We talked about that one, obviously, on Between the Posts as well. That one's an under game. And then for Sunday, could it become a 2-day parlay? You got Chelsea, Crystal Palace. Like Chelsea a little bit at home, at least to get 1 point. Newcastle, and then Tottenham. So, yeah, we'll cook up something. It won't be the bets I've got here on the actual screen, but it could be a variation of that. So, but, yeah, we'll be using that parlay. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. I hear that. You can win bet on NFL. You can... I'm not sure what you're asking there, Marquise. Morning, Israel. Morning. Dropping another comment there, Marquise. I'm not quite sure where you can with the bet on. I'm not sure what you're asking there. Let's go ahead, though, and talk some NFL there, man. I've got NFL on my mind. Before we do that, let's remind everybody that on DraftKings, you've got one bet this weekend that on Saturday only. I'm going to give you a plethora of bets. Make one of those at least on DraftKings, and maybe you don't get your whole wager back, your whole unit back, but you at least get a $10 free bet. But we're not hunting to get that $10 free bet back. Of course, we want to go ahead and hit that bet and not even get the free bet. Let's throw the NFL bets up there. We've got a couple to add. We've already talked Giants +3. We've talked Bucks +3. I'm curious in terms of what are we on the right side of some of these. I know Bucks is 2.5, so certainly on the right side of that one. Let's pull up DraftKings. What is this Giants line as? It's still at 3. It hasn't moved an inch. So, Jaguars, that one's certainly on our favor. When I gave that one out, I know I gave the money line out at -115. The money line's -140, but also the spread has moved in our direction too. It was -1, and now that one's -2.5. So the public agrees with me that the Chargers can knock off the Jaguars. Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdowns. That one hasn't moved an inch. It's still -155. So we like him to throw 2 touchdowns. We talked about that one. Kittle, I'm not going to expand on that one too much because I uploaded a video on that one. So you guys are getting the views on there. So you know why I like George Kittle over 40.5 receiving yards in that one. Let's talk about JaMycal Hasty. That's one bet that is going to be new to you guys and a bet that we haven't given out. And here's a classic example of maybe why game log isn't the end-all be-all. First of all, he has actually gone over 10.5 rushing yards in 4 of his last 7 games. This is the running back there for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I went with obviously the backup running back instead of Etienne. He probably only needs like 3 carries to go ahead and hit this number. Where Etienne, his number is upper 70s across the sports books. He's gonna need a lot of carries, obviously, to get that. And what do I mean when I say like the game log isn't the end all be all? Well, what did the Jaguars do last week against the Titans? They ran the ball 29% of the time and they threw the ball 71% of the time. So why did they throw the ball so much versus why do we think it could be the opposite this week? Well, if Doug Peterson was given the stat sheet from the analytic department last week, he would have seen that the Titans were the #1 rush defense in the NFL. They only allow 79 yards per game. Chargers, come on, keep on scrolling on down the stat sheet. They check in at 28th in the league, and they allow 145 yards per game in the NFL. Let's go ahead and look at yards per rush attempt. You got the Tennessee Titans at #1 at 3.5 yards. Come on down to the bottom again, boys. Dead last in the NFL. Chargers at 5.4 on the season, 5.8 in their last 3, and 5.7 in their last game. So not a mirage, not a fluke. They've just got a terrible rush defense. And then to go along with that, obviously teams are rushing a ton on the Chargers. Their opponents are rushing the ball about 48% of the time against them. Well, of course, they're giving up a ton of yards. They're giving up a ton of, yards per carry. So if you're Doug Peterson, yeah, no shit, you threw the ball 71% of the time last week against the Titans. You're not going to repeat that. You're going to get this information. You're going to say, okay, let's go ahead and run the ball a little bit heavy. And again, I'm going to go with the backup running back that needs 3 carries to go ahead and hit this number, and he's going to get more usage than obviously what he has lately, and obviously certainly last week I am expecting more of a run-heavy game plan. So we'll go ahead and roll with him at over 10.5 rushing yards at -120 on DraftKings. That will be my DraftKings Saturday risk-free bet. So if you want to mirror what I'm doing Hastie's as my Saturday risk-free bet over on DraftKings. Then let's go ahead and target those field goal kickers there in Minnesota this weekend, where you've got Graham Gano and Greg Joseph. Going to go do both of them over 1.5 field goals, -111 on Caesars for Gano, and -110 over there for Joseph there on DraftKings. What do we like about that? Well, these two teams played earlier this season. Both of them cashed. Gano got 3 field goals. Joseph got 2 field goals. And then just go look up defensive numbers, whether it's whether it's red zone TD percentage, third down percentage. Obviously, you're talking playoff teams. These two teams are both in the top 10 in red zone TD percentage allowed, which means we're not getting touchdowns. We're settling for field goals. Third down percentage, again, both of these defenses are in the top 10. Not surprising. You're talking playoff football. The best of the best is around. Expect much of the same, where both of these guys cashed in a 27-24 game a few weeks ago. I think they'll both cash again today, or Sunday? Sunday. So we'll back both of those guys. What do we add to this? I loved Ryan's suggestion last week of adding a Bills parlay. Just no need to rush it, right? We know we're getting Skylar Thompson. We know the Bills are likely going to smash. Let's just kind of see and add to it. But for right now, that's what we're going to go ahead and lock in with here with the NFL. So we'll jump back into the comment section, maybe see what you guys are feeling here in the NFL. Why is it being so difficult to win now? Hot, cold, I don't know. Betting, you're just saying in general, not necessarily me. I mean, we could go through and, my cold streak, and we could rifle off a lot of bad beats. Jared Allen certainly takes the cake. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. It's just the ebbs and flow. I don't even worry about it. It's just the ebbs and flow. When I'm hot, you're not going to say, like, how's this shit so easy? It's never easy. It's just sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're cold, and sometimes you're just 50-50. So, I don't know, man. It's just kind of the way it goes. Betting against Chelsea for the rest of the season. Oof. Man, Yeah, they need Felix back though. Man, did he look good. Morning, Ross, and morning, Tim. But I can't full on blame you right there. But they're going to look good this week at Stamford Bridge. Palace is never really great away from Selhurst Park, so they're going to get some amount of points Sunday against Palace. I can tell you that. So, all right, let's keep this train on moving. Let's go ahead and look at some NHL bets. And this one I'm curious how much we're on the right side, if we are on the right side. We're going to go and take Jack Hughes over 4.5 shots on goal. This guy is going up against the Ducks. Not quite a dream matchup like Connor McDavid, but this guy in his own right, I mean, hell, absolutely outstanding. Jack Hughes, 4th in the NHL, so more shots on goal than what Connor McDavid did when we got an easy cash the other night. This guy's 4th in the entire NHL on shots on goal. He averages 4.56 per game. He's cashed this number in 7 of his last game. And again, he's taking on the Ducks. So it's a no-brainer. I don't know a ton about hockey, but from a goal standpoint, I think he's got the 6th most in the NHL. Again, 4th most shots. He seems to be one of the better players in the league. Cash 7 of the last 8. Let's go ahead and jump on FanDuel real quick. I'm curious. I tweeted this one out 4 in the morning. My son got me up. I jumped on this. I was ready for this line. I'm curious. There's no way this is still at minus 128. By the way, that Connor McDavid one we gave out the other night, it was minus 130. That one closed at minus 175. This one is now minus 135. So it's creeping up there, but you still get a good number on FanDuel. So go jump on FanDuel. Jack Hughes of the New Jersey Devils over 4.5 shots on goal going up against the Devils. So we love that right there. Absolutely love that angle. Yeah, let's see. What Adrian hit yesterday? You got the correct score in that Vegas night, 4-2. Holy hell. Nice 16-1 hit. You'd love to see that, Adrian. Nice. You had Thomas Bryant get a double-double last night, 9 rebounds halfway through the 4th, and didn't play in either OT. That seems brutal. Night. Brutal. NBA, man, we've kind of talked about it. It's a head-scratcher. I bet a lot of our losses in this cold streak have I mean, obviously we had that 5-unit loss to Real Madrid, but a lot of them cover in the NBA. The NBA is a head-scratcher. It'll drive you crazy. Yeah, just stay the course. And just keep putting in the work, and you'll be just fine when it's all said and done. We're going to go ahead and talk some NBA. We're going to go ahead and do this Warriors-Spurs game under 244.5 at minus 110. I was kind of looking forward to talking about this game. You guys, we got to go back to this head-to-head. And I'm going to keep scrolling. So we're under 244.5 today in Warriors-Spurs. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 on the hook, but it's a win. It's on the hook. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. All right, 33, and I'm back in the year 2016. I think we can stop. This under has cashed in 33 straight. And I bet if I hit the button, it's probably cashing 34 straight. Yes, it has. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. All right, I'm no longer looking. God damn, these two teams haven't hit over 244 points in 39 games. What are we talking about here? I've got the number at, where's my notes here? I got it at 236, so I feel damn good here, under 244.5. If it wasn't the NBA and their stupidness, I probably would have it as a 2-unit play because it is a fairly good discrepancy based off my numbers and based off some other projections that I've seen out there. But it's the NBA, so I'll keep it to 1 unit. But game just stays under. You want to go look at even these teams other than a cash most recently there for the Warriors. It's under. A freakishly high game there in Warriors-Hawks, but there was 2 overtimes. Yeah, if we get 2 overtimes tonight, we'll probably be sunk as well. So chalk that one up to 2 overtimes. Under. You guys, you need 63. You can have 63 points per quarter and still say under 244.5. Yeah, sign me up for that game all day long. Like that one right there. And then we got a Magic Jazz same game parlay. Throw that one up here on your left-hand side. We'll go ahead and do Jazz on the money line. I've got them winning the game by 5 points. The spread is 6, so yeah, right there. Obviously not going to bet the spread, but I'll take the money line, and then in doing so, I'll take the total bring it up. I've got the game scored at 229. So again, we'll come in at 243. We can have 63 points per quarter and still stay under it. So no-brainer parlay. Jazz should get it done. I know that probably cringes the people the other night that had them going up against the Portland, but don't let a bad result get you off a good bet. You had a good bet the other night. You just got a bad result. Go right back to it. So we'll take the Jazz money line and under 243.5 points to be scored in that game. Otherwise, what are we keeping an eye on? The NBA. It's a typical NBA where everybody in the league seems to be a game time decision, so props are a little slow. But I'd like to bet Miles Turner's on his rebounds. That one's pretty appealing to me. I think he can get a nice night there on the glass. And then Wendell Carter Jr. in this Jazz game. The Jazz have struggled to kind of defend the center position. And then they've also been struggling since their starter, Kelly O, went out due to injury. They're allowing well over 60% made field goal percentage to the center. So it's sitting there. It's at 15.5 points. It's at even money on FanDuel. Just no big rush to get it. I can't imagine that line moving all that much. So we'll just kind of let that one sit right there. But otherwise, do we add anything to it? There are some other spots, but like Nikola Jokic's game time decision, Trae Young is game time. You just go through the NBA. It's a typical night where tons of dudes are game time decisions, and they just hold up the whole market in terms of posting props. So, but yeah, Miles Turner, definitely got my eye on him. Definitely got my eye on him. So, all right, fellas, that's how we're going to do it this weekend. Coming off a nice night, coming off a good almost 2-3 unit win. Look to keep that going. I think we've got a nice weekend in soccer to sit back and enjoy, and then roll that into some NFL action as well over the weekend. Want to wish you guys good luck with all your bets over the weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me this week. Kicking off your weekend with me here on Friday. Go enjoy your day. Tell your boss you're almost out of there. Tell him you may not even come back after lunch. It's the fucking weekend, boys. Go enjoy it. And we'll see you back here on Monday. The kids are out of school, but we lined up childcare. So I know it's MLK Day, but yeah, we lined up childcare. So we'll have a show on Monday. We'll recap it and kick off another week. Last question here coming in. Oh yeah, this is a trap. I've actually got the Spurs winning the game. Now people are going to say Steph Curry's back, so it alters the number. I hear you, but from a numbers perspective, I think it's a trap because the Spurs are actually, I only got to win by 2 points. So it's not like I got the Spurs winning by much, but I saw that too. And was like, oh, I'll take that before I had done the research. And then I did the research and was like, DraftKings kind of trap you in a little bit. So typical boost. It's usually typical in those boosts. Like if it's a 3-leg boost, or in this case, a two-leg boost, like one of the legs always looks really good. This one, the Jazz, looks really good. When you dig into it, that Warriors one doesn't quite look as good. So they're just trying to suck you in like those promos do. So just be careful. Just be careful. We got Thunder. Again, you know me, teams on back into back-to-back. I don't even waste my time researching that. Just been burned too much. But I would think the Bulls would get it done at home with the Thunder on the back end of a back-to-back. I know the Thunder have the best ATS record in the league at 26-16. But what have they done on the back-to-back with no rest? Now, that's different research. That ATS record is obviously overall, but if you break it down, I don't know what they do on no rest, but you would think the Bulls would probably get it done. What was the Premier League pick? Well, don't look at this screenshot. It's not over 1.5 goals parlay. It's actually more look on the left-hand side where you just want 1 goal in Vigo and Villarreal, parlay with Napoli and Villa on the double chance. Other than that, if you see the next 6 or so bets there on the screen. Yeah, this is why DraftKings is trying to suck you in. This is why my numbers have the Spurs favored by 2. The Warriors give up 124 points on the road. The Warriors give up 124 points on the road. DeGent's saying it right there. I didn't expand on it, but that's certainly one of the reasons why the Spurs are favored by 2 points. They're trying to suck you in. That's just what those boosts do. We know they're sucker bets. That's just what they are. They're sucker bets. So, all right, fellas. Again, go. That's it. Obviously, hit me up throughout the weekend anytime. Drop a comment on this video. Hit me up on Twitter. Let's have some fun this weekend. Interact. Enjoy our games. Cash some bets. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a good one.